Dear son, today I am going to tell you a beautiful story. It started in 1907 when the first modern seaport was established in Casablanca. This date marked the start of a great adventure. Patiently and over time, the Kingdom of Morocco developed its ports to such extent that it now belongs to the elite nations, with modern ports complying with international standards. Morocco's geostrategic position, with a 3,500-kilometer-long coastline and its location on the Straits of Gibraltar, made of its port sector a major player in the development of the kingdom's foreign trade. Port sector has become a strategic lever to improve the country's economic competitiveness, a tool that contributes to the territorial development and poles of regional development. At the heart of this ports ecosystem, synchronized as a clockwork mechanism, the National Ports Agency, ANP, works tirelessly, just like an orchestra conductor, to ensure the global harmony of the ports ecosystem and the smooth running of a wide variety of logistics operations. The task is demanding. Nevertheless, the agency overlooks 33 ports, 10 of which are open to foreign trade so far. Port of Nador, Al Hoceima, Mohammedia, Casablanca, Jaflasfa, Safi, Agadir, Tantan, Layun, Port of Dakhla, 6 marinas and 19 fishing ports. Nothing should disturb the proper functioning of this vast ecosystem, built on the landlord port model. To accompany the changes of the maritime transport, the ANP continuously expands and upgrades the port facilities, establishes standards to regulate the sector, improves the operational efficiency, designs and leads port community-based projects aiming to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of the port's services. Driven by a passion of excellence, the agency's strategic vision is to make of its ports an efficient national tool at the service of the kingdom's foreign trade competitiveness. 4 missions support the strategic vision of ANP: regulating the port activities and operators, developing and preserving the port's patrimony, ensuring both safety and security, and protecting the port workplace environment, opening up on the port's ecosystem. In order to undertake efficiently its mission, ANP is organized as follows: defining the directions and allocating resources. 7 regional offices in charge of implementing the adopted strategies and policies. Port logistics, a complex mechanism that ANP made regular as clockwork. Nowadays, more than 15,000 vessels coast at the ports of Morocco, transporting 90 million tons out of the total national port traffic of around 140 million tons. In addition to the commercial traffic, the ports foster several activities such as fishing, leisure and yachting, ship repair, and other activities related to serving vessels and goods. It is indeed a form of highly organized complexity, which stresses the importance of creating synergies between different actors of the port's transit, such as marine agents, ships consignees, freight forwarders, terminal concessionaries, transporters, forwarding agents, piloting and towing companies, and various regulators. The agency constantly ensures that all players operate in coordination and perfect synchronization. The performance indicators are a testimony to this success: a 3% annual average increase in ports traffic, an improvement of handling rates approaching 2070 EU containers per hour, a reduction in goods storage period and vessel processing time. The port's development is one of the key challenges to stimulate the territories it serves and to energize the kingdom's foreign trade. With this in mind, ANP is continuously ensuring the efficiency and effectiveness of our ports. The competitiveness of our economy, particularly our exports, is closely dependent on. This is a great responsibility. To face up to it, ANP has made regulating the activities and the operators the bedrock of its action. Everything must be synchronized and coordinated. Everything must operate according to well-defined frames of reference to ensure the ecosystem's overall efficiency and competitiveness. The results of these efforts are more than positive. All of the port actors carry on their activities in accordance with the legal framework governing the sector. A regulatory dynamic with a variety of standards and frame of references was established and implemented over the years. ANP infrastructure development and heritage preservation. On another level, ANP has tirelessly worked to meet the challenges of the ever-changing maritime transport and freight packaging. The 2030 port strategy defined the country's ultimate goal, and the agency's role is to contribute to their implementation. With investments worth 7 billion dirhams in the last few years, ANP confirms its mission to develop the national ports infrastructure. This investment effort includes several structuring projects which were launched by His Majesty King Mohammed VI. May God assist him. Wessal Casablanca Port project with 4 major components: a fishing port, a cruise terminal, a shipyard and a community building. The Casablanca Port's North Feeder Road, the expansion of Essaouira Port, the construction of a new leisure marina in Al Hoceima, the expansion of the North Terminal and the construction of a multi-purpose terminal at the port of Agadir. The expansion of Joflasfas Port's infrastructure. This sustained momentum promotes the emergence of modern and diversified national port services, in line with the challenges of the 21st century. ANP, a constant care for safety, security and protection of the environment. The Moroccan port services are integrated in a massive and highly standardized global ecosystem. The ANP standards are continuously aligned with the best international practices. The agency's objective is to preserve the high level of trust it has achieved with ship owners. Port safety, security and sustainable development. ANP is progressing on all fronts. ISPS International Standards Certification, ISO 9001 and 14.001 Port Authorities Certification. Strengthening and modernizing the logistics and response equipments. Social and environmental responsibility. Strong measures to limit the environmental impact of port activities. ANP strongly cares about the overall coherence between the various members of the port community. This coherence is achieved through high added value projects. Digitalization, dematerialization, and the smart port trend are important levers to modernize our ports. Within this framework, the PortNet community platform, the single window for all transit procedures, marked a decisive turning point in import and export operations. Through PortNet, the Moroccan ports entered the dematerialization era by establishing the Moroccan Ports Competitiveness Observatory to ensure that port activities achieve the desired results. This tool has allowed the agency to set up a new ports performance management in accordance with various service quality indicators, training thousands of people at the national and international levels. The Ports Training Institute, IFP, has strengthened its capabilities by setting up training infrastructures and a latest generation high-tech simulator which gives the operators a near-real feel of driving vehicles. On another level, ANP's openness on its international environment is essential in keeping it in touch with the best practices and new technologies. This aspiration is supported by several international partnerships and cooperating agreements. The National Ports Agency has made its human resources policy a major lever in the dynamic it has set up. Adequate training, customized benchmarking initiatives, standardized careers management, several measures that aim to motivate the human capital. The port sector will play a key role to ensure a prosperous future for our homeland. We are fully aware of the responsibility this entails. We are determined to continue our efforts to build connected and modern 21st century ports. As a true reflection of modern Morocco, our ports have a step in the present and another in the future. Dear Father, the world is ours. The future is welcoming us with open arms. The National Ports Agency, a shared commitment.